because I cried so much in the previous video that I reacted to, and the reason is because I just watched The Dark Side of the Ring, that Jake the Snake's Robert's childhood abuse, and I thought I knew what this guy went through by reacting to the previous video, The Full Career of Jake the Snake, which is on my YouTube. However, this video I reacted to was on Patreon because it is a bit more dark, especially that it's called The Dark Side of the Ring, which is documentaries based on wrestlers, and it goes really dark, and this is not for YouTube. I do upload those on my Patreon, patreon.com/supportbunny, if you are interested. And unfortunately this one was too much. I cannot believe what this guy went through, and I cannot believe that I didn't really know when I reacted to the previous video. Like, he went through a lot, you guys, and I had to cry. There was no way for me not to cry in that one. So today this video is gonna be a bit more gloomy mood for Bunny and a bit more like this, because it really shook me. This, I think, changed my whole day. It's really sad. But today's video is gonna be recommended. It's recommended by Aiden John Leadley, and he said, can you react to the most serious WWE moment? There's a lot of videos that are like most serious or most sus moments or funniest WWE moments. I did find one with 2.7 million views that was uploaded 8 months ago. It's a bit shorter, but it's by Tap Out Corner. Oh, by the way, that's what she said. Trying to keep it cheerful here. But let's see what this video is, because like 2.7 million views, it must be great, right? Like, let's watch this video. Let's react to it together.
In October 2018, Monday Night Raw kicked off like normal, with the Universal Champion Roman Reigns starting the show. Then, the big dog hit us with this.
My real name is Joe, and I've been living with leukemia for 11 years, and unfortunately it's back. And right now, the best thing for me to do is to go home, to focus on my family and my health. And I'm gonna have to relinquish the Universal Championship.
After sharing this heartbreaking news, Reigns was joined by Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Thankfully, Roman did return about 3 months later to a huge ovation.
I'm in remission, y'all.
Oh, that's great news.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan always came to the ring happy and was a lovable goofball. However, in September 1998, the future WWE Hall of Famer came to the ring to make a very serious and sad announcement.
Just very recently, I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with cancer. And nothing else seems important to me right now. I just don't want to leave my little girls alone. I just want to tell you folks, when you go to bed tonight, hold your children a little closer, because God, they're important.
Thankfully, the surgery was successful, and after several months, Jim Duggan was able to return to the ring.
Love success
Unfortunately,
stories.
not all serious moments have a happy ending.
Oh, no.
There has only been one time that a WWE wrestler has died during a live broadcast. The victim was Owen Hart, who was playing a superhero character named the Blue Blazer, and was meant to be lowered from the arena ceiling into the ring. The harness holding Hart snapped, and he fell to his death. WWE was live on the air when this happened, and one of the commentators, Jim Ross, had the unfortunate task of telling the viewers what had happened.
This is not a part of the entertainment here tonight. This is as real as real can be here. We're here to entertain and have fun, but this is neither.
No, it doesn't look good at all.
Later in the broadcast, Jim Ross would give a very sad update.
I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has died. Owen Hart has tragically died from that accident.
God, imagine
here
actually
tonight.
being there and
The
watching
June
that. That
25th,
lives you forever
2007
there.
episode of Raw will live on
Like,
in
it stays
infamy.
with you.
Rather than
PTSD.
opening with loud pyro and a crowd full of energetic fans, the show broadcasted from an empty arena with Vince McMahon standing alone in the ring. McMahon then shared some disturbing news.
What happened?
Tonight's storyline was to have been the alleged demise of my character, Mr. McMahon. However, in reality, WWE superstar Chris Benoit, his wife Nancy, and their son Daniel are dead. Their bodies were discovered this afternoon in their new suburban Atlanta home.
Imagine having the responsibility to actually say this. Oh my God, he's keeping it together. I'll be crying so much. Oh my, this is so sad. This is another really sad, because it could be avoided. Like, it is really sad. I don't know the whole story. I will be watching the whole story and keep up and catch up with it and figure out what happened really. But just from hearing it all and what he did and what he did to them and what did he do to himself, I'm like, oh my God, dude.
Home.
Things turned even more tragic soon after this, as it was discovered that Chris Benoit was the one who had taken the lives of his wife and son, as well as his own. One of the most real moments in WWE history was the infamous Montreal Screwjob. It all took place on November 9th, 1997, at the Survivor Series.
Oh, this is the one that you guys recommended for me to react to. I haven't reacted to the Screwjob yet. I will, but probably this will spoil it a bit for me.
Pay-per-view event in Quebec, Canada. The WWE champion at the time, Bret Hart, was taking on Shawn Michaels in Bret's final match before going to WWE's rival, WCW.
Okay.
Depending on who you listen to, Bret didn't want to lose because it was in his home country, or it was because Shawn Michaels said he wouldn't be willing to lose to Bret. In any case, Bret Hart was told he would not be losing the WWE Championship, but Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and others secretly devised another plan. During the match, HBK put the hitman in the sharpshooter, only for the referee to call for the bell, even though Bret Hart hadn't submitted. Bret had been warned that something might happen, and as soon as the referee calls for the bell, you can see Bret realize that his worst fears have become reality. 15 years later, WWE returned to Montreal, and something even more serious happened. Jerry Lawler was doing commentary with Michael Cole like normal. Then, suddenly, Jerry began snoring into the mic. As it turned out, Lawler was having a heart attack and had become unconscious. WWE's medical staff quickly went over to check on Lawler while doing their best not to panic anyone. Jerry was rushed out of the arena and given emergency medical treatment. After a commercial break, Michael Cole had to inform viewers what was going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to preface this by saying that this is not part of our entertainment tonight. This is a real-life situation.
Please tell me he's alive.
Evening, my broadcast colleague, Jerry the King Lawler, passed out while working here at ringside. He collapsed on the ground. He was stretchered to the back where he received CPR. This is an extremely serious situation, and you know, Jerry, my friend, my prayers are with you.
By God's grace, Jerry Lawler was okay and is still active in wrestling today. One of the most heartbreaking moments in wrestling history was the passing of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
One day after his death, WWE held a special tribute show.
Eddie Guerrero was my uncle, technically, but we were brothers. We're 3 years apart. He was the big brother I never had. I was the little brother he never had. We always grew up with the dream of becoming tag team champions. And we were able to let that dream come true. That dream came true here in WWE. That was a tag team for me that will never be replaced. I'll never have a tag team partner like you, Eddie, ever again.
I want Eddie's wife and kids to know how much they meant to him. It's all he ever talked about. I know that,
Dude, like, if that is the case, then why would you do something like that to them? Like, you're not doing it to yourself only. You disappear, you end, like, that's it. But you keep them in throughout their whole life to struggle and be sad. I hate this.
somewhere Eddie's gonna be looking down on this night, proud that all the guys went out there and put on a show for him. I miss you, man.
Some of the most emotional and real WWE moments have happened backstage. To see those, watch the video on screen.
Oh my god. I thought Jake the Snake story was the saddest shit. No, man. Today's videos is all me crying the whole freaking time. It's unbelievable. But at least I cried it out today, and hopefully tomorrow's videos are gonna be more positive, so I don't have to ruin my makeup 2 days in a row. But yeah, it's real. It is live. We are watching it. It is real. These are real people with real lives, and it intermingles eventually. It all becomes a web of connection, and that's why WWE and pro wrestling is so different than any reality show out there, any TV series out there. Like, it is something different and special and unique, and I love that about it. But it also comes with these sad moments and these realities about life, because life is not rainbows and butterflies every single day, you guys. There is these moments of reality that hits you, and you know that life is shitty, and it can be shitty. You choose the outcome whenever you can, but whenever you can't, you have to face it. And yeah, it is hard, and only the toughest survive. And I hope you are one of the tough ones, because I definitely am. I didn't have the best life myself. I lost both of my parents, and I had to live by myself since I was 16 years old. And thankfully I did have a brother and a sister to take care of me as much as possible. My sister became my mother at one point. And yeah, I was bullied throughout my school years. I changed countries. I didn't know languages. I changed 3 countries at this point, and there's a lot of happening. There's a lot of things that are happening, but I keep fighting and I keep going forward. And I'm not comparing my life to any of these. I am sure they had it worse. A lot of them do, and a lot of them do have it better as well. But for me, it is my life, and for me, it is the most important one. And for me, it was the hardest shit that I had to go through, and I did go through it, which made me better today and stronger today. And thankfully, having the belief in God did help, because I knew that it is not the end for me. I believe that this is just something that we have to go through, and we should go through it and enjoy the journey as long as it lasts, because it doesn't last really long. And then after that, hopefully we get it better, you know? But that is it, guys. Stay there. Don't go anywhere. I love you. Take care of yourself. Thank you for sharing this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.